Dear students, greetings from St. Joseph's Degree and PG College. Today we are going to discuss the topic Network Address Translation Protocol from Computer Networks course. Now, before understanding Network Address Translation Protocol, let us first understand what is a local IP and what is global IP. So, local IP is nothing but the IP address that is being used by the devices in a local LAN. So when devices want to communicate each other within the LAN, they'll be using local IPs. Now global IP is nothing but an IP that is being given by internet service provider. So whenever a device from a local network wants to communicate to a device belonging to another local area network through the internet, so it needs the local IP to be mapped with the corresponding global IP. So in an organization, you might have a pool of local IPs and a pool of global IPs. So these local IPs need to be mapped with the global IPs. So this is being done by Network Address Translation Protocol. So network address translation is nothing but a process by which the local IP is being mapped with the corresponding global IP, and vice versa is true. That means a global IP is mapped to the local IP. Now, the NAT protocol is available inside the router, and it works in the network layer. Now, in a local area network, you have something called a border router. Border router is nothing but a router which has an interface to the local network and to the global network. So the border router, whenever it receives a packet from the local network, it tries to map the local IP with the global IP. In the similar way, whenever it receives a packet from the global network, then it maps it to the local IP. Your NAT can be classified into different categories. The first category is static NAT. In static NAT, a local IP is always mapped with a particular global IP. And suppose a device from the local network wanted to communicate with a device in another local area network, it should and must use the same global IP every time. So this is called as your network address translation protocol, especially static NAT. Coming to the dynamic NAT, as I've already told you, that an institution might have a pool of local IPs and a pool of global IPs. So whenever a device wanted to communicate, a local device wanted to communicate with a device that exists in another network, so this local IP is being mapped with any of the free global IPs that are available. And this method of translation, you call it as dynamic NAT. Coming to the third category is your PAT, that is Port Address Translation Protocol. So in this method, along with the local IP, the application which is actually participating in the communication, which is identified using a particular port number, is also considered for communication. So the local IP plus the port number is being mapped with the global IP and the port number. Dear students, I hope you have understood the topic. Thank you. Have a good day.